And in hearing more stories, we realize we're not alone. And that's drastically changing the conversations that people are willing to have. It is creating more self aware individuals, which is so fun. The conversations that I have every day with my clients are starting to become conversations I have every day with friends as they're diving deeper into self-awareness work, emotional work. Emotional competency is one of the best gifts that you can give your children. Hi, welcome to Say More Words, a podcast that was created to emphasize the human experience through stories. I hope that you come here to learn, to expand, and most importantly, learn how to say more words. Speak your story, speak your truth, boo boo. We're so happy you're here. Hey, hi, how are ya? It's so good to see you again for the I think I don't even remember what episode number we're on today, but today is a very special episode because Say More Words has officially been a live broadcasted podcast for a year. One full year. Our song of the day today is Raising Hell by Kesha. I asked Siri this morning to play music that I would love to hear, or that would like light me up, and she played Raising Hell by Kesha, and I was like, spot on, girlfriend, spot on. If you're watching this, you see I'm in my comfies. I got a blanket. I'm in my home office. If you're listening, you just got described what I look like right now. And I wanted to do this episode in comfort, in a comfort space, in comfortable clothes, not get all dressed up, not have a whole thing, because I wanted to feel like you, my friend, are listening in and we're sitting here on my couch and we're just talking about the last year of our lives. I am so grateful. I want to start off by saying I'm so grateful for those of you that tune in every week, that have subscribed, have left comments. If you haven't done that yet, please do that. And even if you haven't done that, I'm grateful for you too. I'm grateful for those of you that listen, who tune in, who have sent me text messages talking about how the podcast has changed your life. The episodes that you listen to over and over again, and the different aha moments and the thoughts and all of the things that come from this space. Having a podcast is one of those things that I was told for years and years and years to do, especially as a speaker, as a writer, as a healer. Like, that was just something that people had told me over and over and over again to do. And I just put it off and I put it off and I put it off. And I hate that I put it off for so long. But I do believe that everything happens on time and on purpose. So I'm so grateful to have this space now to connect with you every week, to bring you into either my office, my podcasting studio, my home. We've been in other people's homes. I've been able to bring you all around with me so that you can experience the world in a different way. Say More Words exists to tell the stories of others so that you don't feel so alone. One of my favorite things that I say from the stage almost every single time, so if you've heard me on stage before, you've heard me say it, you aren't special. And I say that in the sense that you aren't special enough to be the only one that's going through whatever it is that you're going through or experiencing different things. Like, you aren't. And what's really good about that is that there's other people who've already paid the tax because they've learned the lessons, they've done the things, and you can learn from them to avoid whatever it is that's going on. I really love bringing people to you who have experienced things that maybe you've experienced, or also bringing in people, like my friend LaShawn Merritt, who is a world Olympian, and it's the Olympics start this week. He's a world Olympian, and he got to talk about a little bit about, how his brain works and how it functions. It's so very important to also understand that people on platforms are still just that. They're people. And they experience all of the things that we experience. Say More Words, number one episode. And it makes me almost cry every time I think about it, is the episode I avoided for so long. And it ended up being episode 11, so it doesn't seem like I avoided it for a long time, but 11 episodes is a couple months worth. But the number one episode on my podcast is Finding the Joy in My Trauma. And it brings me to tears because that's the episode that people text me about the most, that say that it helped them on their journey, or it helped them change their mindset, or help them look at something different. Because that's the whole purpose of this podcast as well, is to get you into a space to think differently. Hard times happen, and it's just because we're human, right? We are human, and so hard times happen, but they don't have to consume your identity, and they don't always have to remain negative. They don't always have to remain hard or bad or XYZ, any negative emotion. So that is my most shared episode. It is my most listened to episode. And I'm so thankful that you found some sort of identity in that space, whether it be healing or you had the chance to heal others with it as well. I have so very thoroughly enjoyed getting to share with you little glimpses into my life and into the lives of the people that I enjoy the most in this world. And the best part is that we have another, 52 days, 52 weeks, 52 episodes where I'm going to be bringing on more podcast guests of experiences that they've had, places they've been, and what's really cool is now we'll be able to start offering you discounts on things that I use regularly so that you can experience them to enhance your life too. Say More Words is just that. I want you to have the opportunity to say more, do more, experience more, and live more. I had a really interesting thought the other day about healing, and that, there's more and more generations out there, or like my generation. I'm considered a millennial or a Gen. I don't know if I'm like the 80s, end of the 80s. Um, but my generation and younger, they're becoming more and more aware of mental health work. And I think that all has to do with the fact that we now are exposed to more people regularly. And in that exposure to more people, we are getting the opportunity to hear more stories. And in hearing more stories, we realize we're not alone. And that's drastically changing the conversations that people are willing to have. It is creating more self aware individuals, which is so fun. The conversations that I have every day with my clients are starting to become conversations I have every day with friends, as they're diving deeper into self-awareness work, emotional work. Emotional competency is one of the best gifts that you can give your children. One of the best things to pass down. Of course, you hear about generational wealth, while that is important as well. Um, Emotional competency is a huge gift that you can give your children. So working through that, stop blaming everybody else on your problems and start internalizing. What work do I need to work on? What ways do I need to advance? How can I better become a better version of me so that I can be better at all of the roles that I play on this planet? And inside of Say More Words, we get that opportunity to talk about that, to bring that to light, to have that realization. And so, one of the things I hope that you'll do, one, if you could go on and like, subscribe, download, and save, and all of the things that you can for a podcast, because that helps us move in the ranks, which helps us help more people. But if you could, if you are listening on Spotify, I believe that Apple has it as well, there are polls. If you could go on there and tell me a little bit about what your favorite experiences are. You could also do it in the rankings. So please do go give a 5-star, hopefully a 5-star review, and tell us a little bit about why you come back weekly, what your favorite episode was, and what you want to hear more of. Because as we move into the next 52 days, we're starting to have more conversations. We are going to move into the expansion of the world as I start to travel for fall. So you're going to get to meet more people, more influential people, more people with stories that will help you move to the next level. And so as we do that, I want to know a little bit more about what you want to hear and what's served you in the past and what you maybe want more of. Because the thing that's wild about personal development and that's hard about personal development is that we have to say more words in order to grow. We have to say more words in order to be seen. We have to say more words to do all the things. And so I'm just so very proud of you and the work that you're doing to excel, to work on your own mindset and to make a difference in your own life. So thank you for having Say More Words be a part of your life, a part of your day-to-day routine or your weekly routine as a new episode drops. I am so very proud of you, and I am so very grateful that I get to share this space with you weekly. So as we move forward, get ready because some more juicy content is about to start coming out, and I'm just so very excited to share it with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will get to see you again next week.